It's a common misconception that to be a successful person, you have to do a lot. This entire past year of 2022, I've been recovering from burnout from doing way too much and overwhelming myself because I wanted to be the best in what I did. If you've never seen me before, I'm a YouTuber that makes tech videos specifically on mechanical keyboards. You could say I've made it, so I guess I got what I wanted after all. It took a long time to realize that wasn't worth it to me to keep forcing myself to be more, to do more, and these are 10 plus 1 of the life-changing habits that I learned to live a healthy yet still a productive life. Who says that you can't be the best you can be and also take care of yourself? These are in no specific order and they've all made my life so much better. I get things done, but I also don't push aside everything important to me. The first habit I've learned is to make tasks really small. For example, instead of telling yourself, I need to make a video today, I need to do all my laundry today, I need to clean my room today, you can say things like, today I'll write the idea of my video in 1 to 3 sentences. I'll put the light clothes in the wash this morning, or I'll pick up 3 things and put them where they belong, and that's it. These different ways of telling yourself you need to do something make it easier for your brain to actually go and do them. There's this thing in chemistry called activation energy. The minimum amount of extra energy required to activate atoms or molecules to undergo their chemical/physical transformation. So to do something, to instill change, even if it's as simple as changing the state of organization of your room, you need to put in energy, extra energy. And wow, that was super nerdy. Let me see. It's easier to convince yourself to do a small thing than to do a large thing. The bigger the thing, the more likely you'll make an excuse after excuse to not do them. I even use smaller tasks like cleaning, like doing dishes, organizing my clothes to procrastinate on doing bigger things like making a video, filming a video, editing, doing a big project, etc. I will procrastinate all day by thinking I'm being productive. Something I do to get myself to go work out is I say, I'll just have my workout open on my phone and I'll go to the garage. It's super easy to open an app. I mean, you press a button and it's super easy to walk to the garage. So when I get there, the workout just begins. It's not as big of an idea anymore. I've overcome the energy required to go do it. This relates to habit number 2, which is only having 3 to 5 things you need to accomplish in a single day and have a window of time to complete those tasks. When I was a college student, I used Google Calendar, don't we all? And my days looked insane. I filled it up back to back to back to back, only to have to move things to the next day or delete them all together or like minimize them and then just stack them on each other. Nowadays, I have 3 things I really want to get done to move my business or my life forward, and I do that in a singular 2-hour work block where I focus 100%, maybe 80 to 90% during that time to get the things done. It might sound really weird that it's only a 2-hour period, but you'll be surprised at what you can get done when you have 0 distraction. There's actually a law for that actually. It's called Parkinsons Law. No, not the brain disorder. I'm sure you've heard it already, but it states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So if I give myself a 4-hour window to do 3 tasks, and the 3 tasks will make itself fit the 4 hours because I put less effort into each task. But if I only allot 2 hours, now the work must contract to be done in that time. And here's a really nice image of Parkinson's Law in action. Try it out though. You'll be pleasantly surprised as to how much work you can get done and how hard you can work too. The third habit is to go to sleep at the same time every day, even the weekends. And yes, you can have exceptions. We all have exceptions here and there. Instead of setting up a wake-up alarm, it's much easier and more energizing to go to sleep at the same time every day to allow yourself to wake up naturally. This allows our bodies to get the sleep that we need, and doesn't it feel so much better and more productive in the morning when you get up without an alarm? There's not much to say about this one. You figure out the time you need to wake up. For me, it's like 7 and 8. You figure the amount of sleep hours you need to get between 7 and 8, up to you, and then you backtrack to figure out a good sleep time for you. So for me, I sleep anywhere between 10 and 11 p.m. and I'll naturally wake up at around 7 a.m. I do have an alarm, but it doesn't make any sounds. It just simulates the sun rising in my room. It's called the Philips wake up alarm. Sun rising, it's so happy. The fourth habit goes hand in hand with the previous one, and this is to get morning sunlight upon waking. It could be to go outside for 5 minutes, maybe go on a short stroll. Getting morning sunlight makes our bodies more ready to take on the day, and I find find that if I'm stuck indoors all day, I tend to get really tired and then I crash right around noon. This might not be completely reasonable with your school or work schedule, but it's definitely worth a try if you find yourself being really groggy in the morning and it takes a while for you to wake up. The fifth habit pertains to nutrition and health, and that is to have these same simple staple meals from day to day. I'm not saying eat the same stuff for every meal, but just have some easy go-tos that are healthy and balanced that you can fall back on just in case you're having a hard day or you don't have a ton of time. This makes grocery shopping a lot simpler too. You just always buy the staples to make your staple meals, and of course you can go out, you can have fun, you can do all the stuff. For example, my go-to breakfast is mostly the same: egg whites or an egg with a side of white rice or an English muffin or a bagel thin, and then like some cucumbers or avocado. It's got some greens, it's got carbs, it's got protein. It makes every morning easy if I don't want to think about it too hard. Some go-to meals I do are stir fries with frozen mixed veggies, egg whites, and whatever leftover meat we have from dinner. I always have frozen meat available just in case. And you'll be confident to know that all your meals include a vegetable, protein, and carbs. It's pretty balanced and it gives you the freedom to go and eat out when you want to, whatever you want to. But not a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, that's just too much for me. The sixth habit is to always schedule time for yourself and self-care. This could be to bake it into your daily routines, like doing your facial care routine every morning and night. I love that stuff. This could be to make time to read your favorite book, make your fancy cup of coffee every morning. Never sacrifice time meant for you for more work time or time for others. What is it that you like to do to empower yourself and take care of yourself and feel good? Whatever that is, schedule that into your day, schedule that into your week. It's a great reset. It really reminds you that all the work that you put in is worth it because you have time to enjoy it. For me, I love writing in my 5-minute journal every morning and night. I also love reading, going on walks, and those are things I pretty much do every single day. So figure out what works for you. It could be simple, could be big, luxurious, whatever. The seventh habit is something that I've started doing recently actually, and that is to dress confidently every single day. Yes, there are those days where we just want to waste away, do nothing, but getting up, making yourself feel pretty. It could be something as simple as brushing your hair, washing your face, wearing clothes that fit you, make you feel confident, and it'll make you want to get up and enjoy your day and like be pumped and get started. I work from home. I've been working from home the past 3 years, so I know what it's like to wear pajamas all day long, knowing that no one will see me and I'm not leaving the house. I'm just here in the dark in my jammies. But lately, I've been putting more effort to wear something I like or something that I feel good in, even when running errands, and then reminding myself that, hey, I look good. If you love wearing loungewear or athleisure, get pieces that fit well. When you dress well, you feel like you're capable of tackling the day. Isn't that exciting? The eighth habit is to say yes to different experiences. I know we're all busy, too busy to do things outside of the typical day. Wake up, work, clean, exercise, yoga, meditate, etc. There's so many activities that we all do in solitude, and there are a ton of good habits that you do alone. There are times when we need to socialize, to be around other people and interact with people. These can be things like attending a yoga class on the weekend, joining a cooking class, going on a day hike. They don't need to be grand events focused on socializing. I find those to be sort of awkward anyways. But I find that my social bucket gets filled when I do activities with other people, even if it's not like a sit down, talk, face-to-face kind of thing. It could be going window shopping, or something this morning that I did that I haven't done in years is going to the library, just hanging around other people that like books. It's cool. These are a nice way to have different experiences without having to plan major events and make it hard on you and make it stressful. The ninth habit is to do things for you instead of others. This one's more of a mental health lesson I learned over the past few months. Remember when I said I wanted to be the best at what I did? There was a time when that was for me, and then there was a time when that was for others. It was fun when I wanted it, but then it became this huge burden and stressful thing for me to carry when I started to do it for others. There were huge pressures and I couldn't understand why. It just kept building and building and building. But when you do things like your work, you want to make sure that it's something you want to do, something you find joy in. Sure, we all get caught up in family things, the normal path that people tell you to go on. Graduate high school, graduate college, get a nice job, do all those things. On a day-to-day basis, what you are doing every single day, you want that to be something you want to do. I said that a lot. I spent most of my life doing things for others, like getting my degree in biochem and then getting my degree in occupational therapy, only to find myself doing weird things afterwards, like this whole YouTube thing. Don't get me wrong, I love school. I'm one of those people that absolutely love school. But looking back, maybe I would have enjoyed it more if it was a degree in art or marketing, something I like. And the 10th habit is to do something instead of all or nothing. I got this one from therapy, so thank you to my therapist. I had some bad cases of an all or nothing mentality. I mean, why work out today when I don't have time to do the whole thing? Why even start a video today when I can't finish? I've eaten junk food today, I'll just start over tomorrow. I'll start next week, next month, whatever. And that was me, that was my mind thinking things. And it made things really hard. I've been with a fitness coach for the past 4 months and we've built together what he calls a sliding scale or a dial. And this has helped me get rid of that all or nothing mentality. So you figure out what a 10 is on your dial. It could be perfect diet, wake up at 7, vegetable with every meal, full workout with heavy weights, go to sleep on time, you know, whatever a 10 looks like, your perfect day. Then figure out what a 1 looks like, you know, all the way back. And then figure out like what a 3 or a 5 looks like. And that's what you do if you're having a harder day than usual, you're busier, you have less time, you're feeling under the weather. This is what you can do to know that you're still moving towards your goals. For example, my 3 is 1 vegetable for the whole day, 1 set of each exercise in my workout, and go on a 15-minute walk. That's it. That's all I have to do to know that I'm moving towards my health and fitness goals. Some days I dial it up to 10 and some days I dial it down to 3. It's an amazing feeling to know that I didn't do nothing. I did something and it's moving me forward. And this next habit is a bonus for life. And that is figure out what is enough for you. If you don't know what enough looks like, then the scale is always moving away. The goalposts are moving further and further every time you hit a goal. For example, your goal might be to make $4,000 a month. That's enough for you. You know what that lifestyle looks like and that's what you want. You know that's what you want. So when you make that, you're okay being there. If you didn't know that, you would want to make more and more and more and make a more luxurious lifestyle. You know, buy that fancy car, buy that fancy house, buy that vacation home, do more and more and more. Or your goal is to have a certain appearance or be at a certain weight, and that's enough. So you won't keep on sacrificing after that to achieve more. Now your enough can change, but enough is just where you find peace and satisfaction. And there's no guilt when you don't do more, and there's no shame when you stay where you're at. Like, that's okay. Enough could be a house on the countryside with a family car. Enough could be whatever you make it. Don't let others tell you what your enough is, because it's your enough. An exercise that helped me to figure out what my enough was is to write down what my ideal day looked like. And for me, it included a house, a home gym, a dog, a loving husband, maybe a kid, not determined yet, walking every day, simple hobbies I enjoy like reading, gardening, decent weather, etc. So what works for you? So those are my 10 plus 1 life-changing habits for health and productivity, and let me know if they're helpful to you.